Happy lunch hour, guys. Still Easter. And thought maybe y'all might want to figure this one out because one of the things everybody likes about Easter is all the flowers and everything. And so I thought I'd talk about something that's kind of important as a prepper, believe it or not. Now, I'll ask you this question here real quick. It's Easter Sunday. Chances are you're going to grandma's house or everybody's coming to your house. Did you clean the house today? Clean the house yesterday, make sure that everything was nice and neat, presentable for when guests come over? Probably, most people do that, okay? Why? Because people like to go where things are comfortable, clean, etc., etc., etc. You know, you don't want to go somewhere that's messy. Think about it. You clean the garage. Guys, I know this one all too well. You know, and it's like all of a sudden the garage is all clean, and all of a sudden you want to spend the next hour sitting out in the garage because it looks all nice and you're proud of yourself and everything like that. Your garden is the same way, but it also has a huge purpose. Now, here it is, mid-April, and I am in between starting seeds and putting in the ground. We're finally getting to the point where, my last freeze date is here any couple of days from now, last frost date. Looking at the weather, stuff like that, we're going to finally be in the 50s. So, as a cold nighttime temperature. So I'm getting close to being able to put some of my vegetables out in the garden. Well, what do I need in order for vegetables to fruit, get tomatoes, to get peppers, to get whatever? I need pollinators. Y'all know as well as I do that there's been, the last decade or so, a big bee kill off. But some of you guys raise bees or beekeepers or whatever it would be. Most people aren't. So they are going to have to attract the bees. Attract any of the pollinators. Okay, so butterflies and bees primarily. Now, building that ecosystem, that microclimate, microecosystem within your yard can be done on any scale. It can be done on a farm. It can be done in a backyard like what I've got. It can be done on a patio, a deck in an apartment building. It's just a matter of getting the things that you need to get. So, if you're planting tomatoes, if you're planting peppers, if you've got, a bigger garden, whatever it is, you need to have some flowers to attract the pollinators. The other thing is, by having the flowers, it will also attract you to your garden because you like going where something's pretty. And so if it's more of an enjoyable place to go, you'll spend more time there, which means you'll give more care to your vegetables, more time watering, checking for pests or disease or anything like that, and you'll get a better harvest. Now, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you at least my top 10 pollinators, okay? Top 10 plants that I like to pollinate with. A lot of these you can use in all sorts of climates. Some of them are going to be more specific to me. They're not going to do well in cold weather, Michigan or something. Some of them may not do well in the deep south, whatever. So, when you're buying these things, make sure that they are good for your climate. A lot of them, you can start from seed. Plenty of them I have, but every one of these that I'm going to show you, I either have in my garden already or I am putting in my garden. I've got a couple left that I came out here to plant. All right. So definitely want to do this on the cheap end too, me. So that's what it'll be. So the first one's I'll show you what I'm planting. We probably all save these old beat up pots that I got somewhere down the road to put, that I bought a plant in or something like that. Save them because they're worthwhile. So what I got here are a couple of types of astilbe, which are going to be the number one. One's red, one's pink. Okay, these are great for attracting butterflies. I want to plant these in my pots. Why? Well, you can see the pile of dirt behind me, and I've got excavating going on, garage and pond. So I want to start these now, so when all that's done, I can put these in the ground, because you guys know as well as I do that come summertime, you're not going to be able to buy any of this. The other thing I want you to notice on here is these are perennials, okay? That's one thing that you really want to get. Plant them once and forget about them. You know, take the expenditure once and you're done. You saw in there $5.42 for 2 roots. Okay, this ain't going to kill anybody to get a couple of them, and they'll grow. So I want to show you, obviously this is a picture of the bag, but as I go through, I'm going to show you pictures of each one of them, what they kind of look like full bloom. So, you know, this is a picture of an astilbe. Okay. So, you know, as you take a look through, you know, nice, pretty color and everything, you know, very good for butterflies. Okay. Second one I'm going to plant is Tricertis. Again, if you see, $5.42 for 2 roots. Easy enough, okay? Again, that one's going to be very good for attracting bees. You want bees in your garden. Both of those are good for shade, okay? And again, look behind me, all the trees, you can imagine when they're fully bushed out, I have a lot of shade in the backyard. It's not wasted space. I may not be able to grow vegetables there, but I can grow something that will attract the pollinators to get them over to the vegetable garden. Third one, sitting right next to me here. Nice big plant. This thing's 2 feet high, thereabouts. Butterfly bush. Gee, I bet you know what that one will attract. So, you know, again, there's butterflies. So, you know, kind of get an idea of another pollinator. Go through some ones that you grow from seed. Behind me, I don't know if we can see it here. I'll take that down, but yeah, I guess you can. Right there near the wishing well. Those are a bunch of echinaceas, purple cone flowers. I have grown those from seed a couple of years ago. They reseed themselves every year. And so I get the purple cone flowers in it. Another very good one to have. And mind you guys, this is not an all-inclusive. This is just top 10, because there's plenty of other things that I've got in the gardens too, as you can see back here. I mean, whether it's Coreopsis, which is back here, sedums, which I've got up front, black-eyed Susans, whatever. There's plenty of them. Okay, so I'm just showing you some that I've got so you get the idea. Okay. Let's see, regular daisies. Here's a picture of a daisy. Okay. You know, y'all know what daisies look like. English daisies, regular white and yellow daisies, whatever it is. Again, bees, butterflies, love it. Dahlias. Mrs. P's got dahlias planted up in the front yard. Okay. Now, when you're buying dahlias, there's a big catch that you want to think about. You want those dinner plate dahlias, the ones that are big and open. You don't want the ones that almost look like a carnation or something that's all tight and closed. The bugs can't get in there to pollinate. So they want the big open dahlias. So if you're buying dahlias for pollination, you want to get the single ones, not the double ones. Okay, just give you that. Lavender. Lavender is whatever you want to call it. I mean, want to talk about attracting bees? Plant some lavender. I mean, that purple flower, y'all have seen pictures of big lavender fields or anything like that. But lavender is another great one. Prolific. And again, also has other prepper qualities. Just like echinacea can be used as medicine, so can lavender. You can make different things out of lavender that you might need medicinally. Marigolds. I've talked many times about marigolds being good as a deer repellent or as a rabbit repellent. Marigolds are also very good for attracting bees. So when you're planting them on the sides of your garden to keep the deer out, you're also bringing the bees in. Definitely something grows real easy from seed, relatively quickly. They're an annual. That's the difference with marigolds. Okay, but definitely growing marigolds is worthwhile. Snapdragons. Snapdragons are gorgeous. You guys know that. And they are fabulous at attracting bees. Probably one of the best plants to attract bees to your garden. One for the kids, sunflowers. Okay, sunflowers actually have a couple of purposes here. A, they're pretty. Okay. B, they're huge if you get the giant ones or whatever it is. But the other thing the sunflowers do besides attract pollinators is they also attract the birds. And I've talked to you guys about this before. If you give the birds something else to eat, they'll stay away from your vegetable garden. Birds love sunflowers. Let them have, plant some sunflowers and let the birds eat the sunflower seeds. Great idea there. If the birds don't eat the sunflower seeds, we can eat the sunflower seeds. Source of protein, believe it or not. Okay. So, there's another one, real cheap, grow from seed. They grow quick. God knows you're going to be able to get new seeds from it. So there's one, for 50 cents for a bag of seeds at the dollar store, 25 cents or whatever it is, you've got sunflowers for the rest of your life. So, just an idea there for y'all to take a look at how to liven up your space and get your garden to grow a little bit more, be more productive for the vegetables. Make it pretty, but again, hidden in plain sight. What are you doing? You're helping feed yourself by planting a few flowers that aren't expensive, and if they come back year after year, you only got to do it once. Have a great rest of your Easter. Pinball out.